Taisho's newly repaired Tripitaka, Volume 20, Thousand Light Eyes, and Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's Secret Dharma Sutra, prevails. Samana Sanme Sumarayi returns to the destiny of Thousand Light Eyes and Great Pessimistic Freedom Crew. Hundreds of thousands of poems. The family secret says that this holy Dharma comes first, and the great vow wants to save everything into a supporting pen. It is a magic achievement.
Also, the 5 sections have methods. The disaster absorption method doesn't exalt Buddha, hence a Buddha hand scroll painting. The hands are tied with white handrails, crossing over them. The hands are Yang Liu and Shuo, regulating the method. An accident with Vajra disrespect involves extracting the sword from Vajra's hand. The initial method includes Baobo's mobile hand simulator and 3 simulated hand crossing methods using cloth accidents. There is a wish pig hand to protect the palace hand, white lotus hand, green lotus hand, hand of seizing, hand of lotus, grape hand, loving and respecting methods using lotus steps. Thus a lotus flower appears. The first treasure respects the first hand drawing of red lotus hand. The dancer hook method uses conjunctival cloth, hence the iron hook hand on top. Staying at the bottom of Wu Wei, I got 25.3 places in exchange for 25 good men. The historian Zizai Bodhisattva is the relatives of the King of Thousands of Lights and the Lord Tathagata, and received the Dharani of great compassion. The 8th emperor felt happy, and made a great vow. The 8th emperor hit the 3 beautiful Mingwu, so-called gushing out in the scattered beautiful light. 25. Bodhisattvas are bodies of all bodhisattvas. Take 40 trees each and surround them with thousands of hands and thousands of eyes. The bodhisattva seeds such as flowers surround them and live around them. Only then did the Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva emerge from Samadhi and tell all the transformation bodhisattvas. Those who spoke such sutras are forced to go to 20 and 5 sessions under my power to force them to spend time. So 25 bodhisattvas have different mouths, and said Ji Yan with the same pronunciation, I am the first meaning. The great bodhisattvas of Furila Dharma, Veshu Dharma, Sadafu Sidasu Parana, Somohe said that it was Dharani. To tell all the public that it was Dharani, it was what all the Buddhas in the past said. Those who can accept and uphold will surely achieve immediate happiness. It is said that they will enter the remaining Samadhi, or a bodhisattva will enter the insufficient Samadhi. In 40 poems, 40 bodhisattvas will appear from 40 poems. 40 bodhisattvas will be bad, and evil spirits will appear from 40 poems. Or a bodhisattva will enter joy from 40 poems. There is a bodhisattva who enters the Moonlight Hall in the East Holy Mountain Prefecture. There is a bodhisattva who enters the Moonlight Hall in 40 poems. There is a bodhisattva who enters the Moonlight Hall in 40 poems. There is a bodhisattva who enters the Moonlight Hall. 40 bodhisattvas enter the red 3 beauties. 40 bodhisattvas break out of others. Or a bodhisattva enters the white samadhi. 40 bodhisattvas break out of the second Zen friend. Or a bodhisattva enters all kinds of samadhi. 40 bodhisattvas break out of the second Zen friend. Or a bodhisattva enters the thunder sound. 40 bodhisattvas break out of the 4 Zen friends. Bite, or a bodhisattva enters my samadhi. In 40 poems, 40 bodhisattvas fly, and enjoy the place, as limited by the above great compassion. 25. Bodhisattvas each get 20, 53 pieces are broken. 25. There are good men, such as 12-15 sisters. If the 3 beautiful kings,
Ju Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, enter such 3 beautiful kings, and so on. They can do it at will.
The thoughts of all sentient beings in the 3,000 great thousand worlds can also be understood. The Yufan has thought that the body has many births, and how deep it is. Although it does this, the mind has nowhere to live. It is like a lotus flower in the world. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has achieved all Samadhi kings. The Dharmakaya appears 25 to 25. There are many Bodhisattvas, one by one, with 11 sides on the top, and 3 acres, one by one.
Those who perfunctory our sutras are blessed with the power of German text, such as the Bodhisattva's great powers, are immediately useless. I have doubts that I wish the world honored to speak the names of the above 25 Bodhisattvas. I wish to be happy to hear the words of blessings, and stop flashing. Men don't need to sit down and ask Jin Guanyin to say that his Dharma is golden. In fact, it is like listening to my reading. The words are true and true. I predict that 25 of us will listen to the 4 places of my sutra. The 4 places are such as the above male demon, Mitaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sangaya, Namo Wushu, Tang Tathagata Zhishen, and other world-honored Li Ru. Li Wei and other names are the so-called male demons, the winner of the 1,000 light eyes, Daikupas, Zizi, Zizi, Zizi.
Seeing the heavens, observing freedom in the stone temple, observing freedom, seeing optimism and freedom, subduing demons, observing freedom in the pure law, observing freedom in the composition, observing freedom and observing Fujian, observing freedom, adjusting intuition, emptiness and destruction, observing mutual holiness, observing freedom, purity, observing righteous judge, courtesy, observing immobility, observing freedom, Bodhisattva, hiding freedom, waiting for the Bodhisattva to all the masses, the Bodhisattva's words flash carrying flash disasters, the holy Avalokitesvara achieves the great compassion Dharma from infinite knots, benefiting all beings in the sea of life and death suffering. That is, when all beings come, so follow us to ask, can you say that the Dharma Tathagata is staged here, and say that the 40 techniques are like a plant and a grape technique? Why is the Bodhisattva who appears in the precept? Great disasters and questions to the Tathagata. Golden 40 Dharma, seen by the teacher, fearless official, and free Bodhisattva. I say his true eye Dharma, and image Dharma, of the 40 Bodhisattva, are suitable. Countless thousands will then hold mantras, and all victorious conditions. Yuwenzi Dharma. Bodhisattva is sitting inside, and Guanzi is saying, if a person wants virtue and wealth, he should be fierce demons and nuns. If he wants to practice this Dharma, he should meet the clear realm early, and take a quiet white butterfly, or stop, or Huan, and other illusory simulations, with the courtyard official. The statue of the Bodhisattva is born as a compassionate body. There are 11 sides on the golden top. The front 3 sides are Bodhisattva statues. The right 3 sides are white teeth. The left 3 sides are angry incense.
Honglian sits in the middle of the moon wheel, pressing the 25 bodhisattvas above on the left, and limiting the image of thousands of bodhisattvas to be equivalent to the martial arts. The left hand of the bodhisattva, who orders and observes the freedom in the courtyard, is careful to hold money, and all the fat flows away from the color, and the yellow light inflammation, and the right hand and resentment curve the arm upward to set up a quiet place.
Massage Rilodhama, Genduo, simulates entering Marani Somohe. If a person meets a peaceful shadow, he should repair the scroll, open his teeth, and observe the statue of the Freedom Bodhisattva. As mentioned above, sit on the right waist with his right hand, and bend his left hand. the arm rolls up and locks the painting lane chair. The impression seat is not connected, and the print is close to standing and annotated, as the ring name Lianhua can be filled with beads. The mantra says, Damari Radharma is so wave snake. If you expect that those with abdominal diseases can practice the Baobo Dharma, you should talk about the statue of Baobo official Zizai Bodhisattva, and its appearance is solemn. For example, if you first use a second-hand statue when it is on the pond Baobo Jicheng chair, your impression is rational. The definition mantra says that if you want to bless the king and the two ghosts and gods, you should practice the healthcare method. His healthcare officer's statue is as solemn as above, and you have no intention of stating it with your right hand.
First, when the waist is depressed with a big finger to lower the number of diseases of the water armor fire peak, his impression is that the portrait chair of Shananji is printed to the right hand. The big finger pressure is the same as the small finger on the finger, and the left hand is to sit on the waist. The right hand is to sit on the fist and point on the left shoulder.
Trouble-causing mantra says, Heli furi rabonin satsamo shadolu shrink, jangye shrink mohe. If leaving, not afraid of teacher's fearless Dharma. Others unrelated to freedom. Bodhisattva's appearance, same as before. Vertical, right hand 5 fingers hanging, left hand 5 fingers written.
As the portrait chair of the dairy merchant county magistrate, his impression is like the first impression mantra of the portrait. Those who go to Japan in the evening to rehearse the shore and seek light, can rest the day to simulate the Dharma. The statue of the Bodhisattva is good, and makeup is strict. As mentioned above, the right hand holds the fire wave on the left hand. Be careful to raise the palm and paint the mirror. Is there any in my eyes? If you want to get the profit of heaven, there is an eye between your eyebrows. The mantra is an appointment with Morila Dharma. If your brother enters the Morani kitchen, if you want to eliminate all the excitement, you should read the Manifaki menstruation consideration. As mentioned above, it is the right hand spring pool water wave, and the left hand 5 fingers sit on the portrait chair of the demon body. The impression is like a mudra mantra, saying, Morila Dharma Zandarai Samona Poroshmi Somoloren.
Chishi Baogong Temple is free to go to the countryside, and it is as majestic as before. He will calmly hold a horizontal bow mount and ride a parade portrait chair. Impression of sitting in Vajra and putting his palms together. Samadhi Somohe. If a person meets a good person, he should practice the healthcare method. His speed is free, and the curtains are as good as before. Holding them in his right hand and holding them to his left hand to draw a portrait chair. His impression with right fist umbrella, middle finger pointing, seal moving. Mantra says, Ganmori Dharma Radhana sees Numan Shusadabo, Yexiye Shiluo Luo Luo Somohe. To eliminate serious illness, rest the willow branch medicine method. Wonderful medicine crown, Solomon comfortable. Right hand points to willow branch, left on breast. Portrait chair impression, steered right-handed. Main umbrella lowers the Song Dynasty mantra, on demon's body, saying, if second master of Morira Dharma Bisha, Rajaye Mohe. To remove all obstacles, practice white blessing method, blessings and difficulties similar. That is, the pretending eyes are the same as before, but the right hand is bent to the palm, and the left hand is bent to the white portrait chair. The impression is that the left hand is bent to avoid the finger hangs down. The Song Dynasty plays the left turn mantra. About Morila Dharma tree family, Rama Rami is also a think tank. Satsuma Morosoye's tail curtain eats the bottom of Momohe.